Page 267. This is the one at the top of the page, Shenandoah. Again, we get to improvise, but now they're finally telling us the chords. They're giving us the chord names this time. However, it's nice to know what key we're in anyway. Now look it over. I see 2 sharps and 4/4 time signature. I want to hear the melody first, and it's a pickup beat. So it's 4/1, 2. Stuck in a 3/4 time. Well, again, when you're changing time signatures in a piece, there's usually always something which is constant between them, something that ties them together. Here is the 3, it's the speed of the quarter note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So it's the speed of the quarter note remains the same. What's changing is the natural accent, because it's not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's what changes. Just another way of adding syncopation. So here again, the changed hand position, and then the scale, 2 and 2. Now, if you don't like on this next to the last measure on the first line, 2, you don't want to do that. Fine, don't. Use 4, and then reach down. That's fine. Just find a fingering that allows you to connect the notes at all. I mean, if you don't mind your thumb being there, you can do that. And then 1 and 2. 1, 2. And hopefully these dotted rhythms are working out for you. Let's check it. Second line. It's like what? The 3rd measure over, you got that dotted rhythm. You have an F sharp and a B, dotted 8th note to 16th notes. It's a 3 and here, 3 and. Just make it a short note. 1 and 2 and 3 and. So it comes right after and. 1 and 2 and 3 and. 2 and 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Just make sure the 16th note's a short note. Not a triplet, a short note. And once I have the melody, then I'll see if I can do these chords. They want a D chord. So we have the D chord, and then the E minor chord. These are in root position. I know they're in root position because it doesn't have a slash and then another note after it. So it's here. And then an F sharp minor chord, which is here. And I got to stay within the key. I'm here. F sharp minor, F sharp minor. Yeah, because that's a minor 3rd and that's a major 3rd. That's a minor triad here. And then a B minor, which is here, but they want the D on the bottom. So it's here. So instead of here, it's the first inversion. And then they want a G chord with a D on the bottom, which is here. Because that's a G chord with D on the bottom. And then the F sharp minor with a C sharp on the bottom, which is here. So C sharp minor with C on top. And then second line, G chord with a B on the bottom, here. And then with the F sharp minor with an A on the bottom. F sharp minor with an A on the bottom. It's here. And then an E minor with a G on the bottom. E minor is here, G on the bottom. And then a D major with an A on the bottom. Well, that would be here. Because a D major is here and the A on the bottom. Second inversion. And then a B minor. And then an F sharp minor again with an A on the bottom. And then an E minor with a G on the bottom. And then a D with a D major with an A on the bottom. And then an A7 root positions, what they say. You don't have to use all the notes. The melody has the E, so I'll let the melody have that note. I'll do the E. And then a D. kind of figure out what these chords are. That may take a while. And then we try and put them together here. D. And then an E minor. And I did the E minor while I'm holding that down. I could do it at the same time. And the F sharp minor. Then a B minor with a D on the bottom. And a G minor with a D on the bottom. F sharp minor with a C sharp on the bottom. Measure 5, a G with a B on the bottom. A G chord with a B on the bottom. The F sharp minor. E minor with a G on the bottom. With an A on the bottom, B minor, root position, and then an E minor with G. Sounds okay harmonically, I reckon. It's, I don't like these inversions they're using necessarily, but that's what they said to do. Not my fault, they done it. So you just figure that out. And as far as the pattern goes, they don't give you anything. It's up to you. What do you want? I'm not changing the time signature like I'm supposed to because I'm focusing on the harmony. But make sure this time signature is correct. And when you get to the 3/4 time, you're only holding those 3 counts. 1 and 2 and. Otherwise, you'll tend to 2 and 3 and. You'll hold it out too long. So make sure you're not changing the time signature, or the time signature, because you're focusing on the chords. It's all got to work together.